is a world in which the Giants don't get any of their top choices. Not John Harbaugh, not Kevin Stefanski. Because if I were Kevin Stefanski's and John Harbaugh's agent, I would tell them, wait. There are jobs that are probably going to open up. For example, if the Bills lose, then they're probably going to get rid of Sean McDermott. And currently, the Ravens opening is the best job that has been on the market in forever, at least since 2019 when the Green Bay Packers had an opening. So if I were their agents, I'd be like, slow down. Why do you need the Giants? You don't need them. You don't. Okay, the Ravens have an amazing GM. They always draft well. The owner stays out of your business. Um, you have Lamar Jackson. So if I was Kevin Stefanski, why would I want to tie myself up to the New York Giants, in which in the past there have been people who have come out and said that the Giants ownership is heavily involved. You have Joe Shane, who does not know or is not the greatest GM out there. You know, if I were Kevin Stefanski, if I were his agent, I would say, why don't you, interview and try to land a job with the Baltimore Ravens? And if I was John Harbaugh, if I was his agent, I would be like, okay, let's just wait to see what happens with the Bills. If the Bills lose and get rid of Sean McDermott, you have Josh Allen as your QB. I mean, isn't that what every coach hopes for? So if I were the GM, I'd just say, wait, hold on. And let me add this. If let's say John Harbaugh goes to the Bills, okay? He's going to have a GM who knows how to draft, knows how to get free agents, knows how to pick coaches. I had never heard anything about their owner getting involved. So in my opinion, with all due respect to the Giants fans, there is a world in which you do not get Kevin Stefanski or John Harbaugh. And let's not forget the Dolphins opening, they just hired their GM from the Green Bay Packers, and usually people from the Green Bay Packers organization, their GMs usually do well. I.e., if you look at the Patriots, they have Elliott Wolf there. He's a former GM from the Green Bay Packers. So there is a world in which the Giants do not get any of their top choices. Now again, if I were the owner, I would have fired the GM. I would have fired Joe Shane, and I would have taken in. I would have told John Harbaugh to come in, and I just wouldn't have let him leave the building. That's period. End of story.